Hello guys, good morning. This is Emmanuel McDonald. All right, I know I was supposed to make this video yesterday, but a few things happened. I couldn't make the video. Okay, so before I go ahead with this video, I need to make this very important disclaimer. Trading forex, trading synthetic indices, and all forms of leveraged products carry enormous risk. So please, at all times, do not trade or invest money you cannot afford to lose. Past performance of any trading program or trading system or trading um, robots or trading signal is not indicative of future results. Okay? Please, at all times, do not trade or invest money you cannot afford to lose. Okay, so having gotten that out of the way, um, again, I was supposed to make this video yesterday, but a few things came up. I wasn't able to do that. Okay, but then I'm glad I'm coming your way again. It's been a bit of a while, 2 months or more now since I made my last video. The last video was in January. Um, before we began this our 40 days, $100 to $10,000 40-day challenge, and we have less than a week for before we finish the program. Okay, I have less than a week for the program to run out. So I wanted to give you guys an update and also tell you what the very big announcement was. Okay, or is rather. All right. So this is began on February 5th, as you can see. This was the last. The lot sizing document that we are making use of for the program. Okay, so those of them in the program, they understand the documents, they understand how to compound is actually an audio, the orientation audio here that gives them instruction on how to compound. Okay, so we began on February 5th, as you can see. We had some very nice signals. I'm just going to scroll down. I don't want to take too much time on this video. So at a point we got up to 70%, 90%, 120%, 220% in profit, and then we eventually closed with 270% in profit for the first 24 hours. Okay, the second day we began, and then we were able to close with around 400% in profit the second day. In fact, by the third day we were about 438%, as you can see here. Okay, um, and as you can see, nothing is edited. Everything is simply as posted. There's zero. If you can pause this video and go back through it, there is zero editing. There's zero, absolutely zero editing. Okay, so that tells you that nothing is being changed. Signals are not being changed. Everything is as it should be. Okay. Then we grew from that $438 to began to grow. We took a um, uh, went from that 400% to 617%, and then we hit stop loss. And then we went down to 408%. This was our first loss actually for the program. Okay, then we went on our day 5. We started building again, and then we grew from that 408% that's $408 profit into $847 profit on by the close of day 5 or day 6 or so. All right, and so then because we still had trades that we were still holding. We continued, as you can see. Um, we continued, as you can see, and uh, okay, here I was taking out in small profits because of maybe what happened. I can't really go back and remember now from the trades, and then went down to 487% as $487 in profit. Remember, we began with $100. Okay, now unlike the program we had last year, I mean, no two trades or signals are the same. Okay, if you've been trading for a long time, you will know that. Okay, that's why we keep giving the disclaimer that past performance does not equal future results. Okay, last year we were able to hit our targets in, I think, in the second week or so. In the second week, yeah. So this one is taking us, it's taking us a bit longer to do that, but we're going to hit the target by God's grace. In fact, we have actually hit the target. Well, I'll still get there. Okay, we've actually hit our target, but then it took us longer than that of last year. Okay, because of, like I said before, past performance do not equal future performance, so there's no guarantee of it. Okay, we would have probably, lost all the whole thing, and then, continued having series of losses and losses and losses and losses. Okay, so from there we began to grow. We grew to 712%. That's a 715, so $712, and then eventually closed at 655 US dollars. Then here again, Signal was running $887 in profit. And then now remember, these profits are total profits. So I'm calculating it based on total profits from $100. Okay. So we eventually closed that profit, that signal, with $958 in profit. Okay. And then we took another loss here, the second loss or the third loss, closed at a very little loss from $958 dollars in profit down to $931 in profit. I think the market on that day was ranging, so I wasn't going to, keep holding it. So I decided to cut my losses short. Okay, so we continued again. Now this being the 11th day, um, went from that level running to $1,337 in profit, and then eventually closed at $1,296 in profit. And then from there we grew again with another signal. Okay, um, running up to $1,583 in profit. Okay, and that signal will continue growing. We held this signal for a few days, and then eventually closed it at $1,798 in profit. Okay, then on the 15th day we continued. Okay, continued growing $1,926 and all that. And then eventually we hit our third stop loss on this, and we went down from 1,007 to $1,212 in profit. Okay. Then again, we hit another stop loss. Like I said before, this happens in trading. Stop loss is part of it. If you are not, if you cannot take the hit, you get out of the kitchen. Okay, um, that's where trade management plays a very vital role. As a trader who is also trading, you need to make sure that you are not over leveraged, you're not taking unnecessary risk and all that, even though this is a challenge. Okay, so we went down to 1,096 US dollars. As you can see, nothing is edited, everything is as it should be. Okay, and then we continued again, picked up the pieces. The week was, a roller coaster. Okay, picked up the pieces and we continued moving and going forward, taking these trades. It was an uneventful week for us. Okay, so losses happen, and again we hit another stop loss, making it the fourth stop loss for us. Okay, what a roller coaster week. That's by the um maybe the 17th day or so, the 18th day. Then we continued. Then from there we went that up to 1,566 US dollars. Okay, and then we continued again. We hit another stop loss, making it the fifth stop loss. This was, I think, sometime last week or so, if I'm not mistaken. We went down to 1,432 US dollars. Okay, and then from there, one of the trades we took um, was actually a very nice quick scalp, but it was very powerful. It took us from $1,432 to 2,110 US dollars. And from there, things began to take a flight. Okay, then again, like I said, I normally post the charts. As you can see, I normally post most times, not all the time, but most times I post the charts if I have the opportunity to. Okay, so from here we can see we ran up to 2,748 US dollars. Okay, from then we continue holding $3,000, and then we closed at took profit, I think around 4,000. Actually, some of the profits, they were like two or three signals we still carried over. We closed a few and eventually closed all at 5,109 US dollars. The good thing with challenges is that once you get to a certain point, because you're compounding, you're using the law of compounding starts, playing into it. You start having speedy growth starts happening so fast. Okay, the account starts growing so fast. That's the good thing with compounding. Once it gets to a certain level, this speed actually kicks in. Okay, so from there we started trading. On this particular occasion, we made about $2,400 in one signal. Okay, and from there we continued growing and growing and growing and growing. Went to $6,000, 6,800, right? Then 7,000. We eventually closed with almost $8,000. Okay, and from there we went in the following day, being the 25th day. Okay, as last week, 25th day last week. Then we eventually closed at 8,125 US dollars. And personally, I fully closed at 8,170. Well, by the time I was calling the take profit before I now closed, if you're a trader, you know what I mean. Okay, so March 1st, and here we are. We began again running $8,644 to closing at almost $10,000 in profit. And then, boom, on 2nd of March, we hit our full targets. Okay, on the 2nd of March, with only about 4 or 5 losses. Okay, 10,188 US dollars, and eventually closed at $11,063. Okay, then more signals, as you can see, more signals kept pumping in. Okay, we kept look at these things, we kept holding 5 minutes. Look at this, kept dropping and all that. Okay, so eventually we ran up to 14,900, almost $15,000 in profit, and then boom, like again, like if you notice, I always say sometimes I can hold trades longer than necessary. It's just one weakness I have. Okay, we had that loss, and then we went from 14,000 down to 9,407. It happens. That was just a few days ago. And then the second trade closed at entry. It closed me out on entry. This particular trade, like I said, sometimes I tend to, like, this was a 30 minutes trade. Why didn't I take profits? Well, it happens. It happens. Okay, it happens to me if on a few occasions. Sometimes I would like to see it go to a certain level, and then eventually it doesn't go there. It takes me out. But then that's part of trading. As you can see, I asked them here, are you still holding? Because I know maybe some of them couldn't, close up, but they were still holding. I'm not sure about that, but then that is it. So here we are on down to up to yesterday. Okay, so we eventually closed at 10,655 US dollars. So we have also met the targets, and we have a few days left, and I'm hoping that um, okay, so we have like maybe 6, 7, 8 days thereabout. Hoping that before then we should be able to get to maybe, who knows, 20,000, 30,000, who knows. That's the goal. That's just a target. But the most important thing is that the main target has been met on 2 times, on 2 occasions. Okay, so this is part of it. This is everything you should know. There's nothing hidden. But then that's about it actually on the 40 days $100 to $10,000 US $10,000 trading challenge. and we are not yet on the 40th day, and we've met the target twice. Okay, so I would say by all accounts, this program is a very successful program. Okay, for me and a couple of other people who have been following religiously. All right, then that takes me to um, my um, big announcement. Now, in the course of this program, now for this program, I had a little bit more people than the usual number I had last year. I had maybe like five more people joining from, because most what I have mostly from people from what I have this year are that mostly all the people that were part of the program last year were also part of this particular program this year. Okay, um, we have five new people joining us. But then I noticed, even from the people that were part of the program last year, that many of them were not, um, meeting up with the signals. Either they were, you know, when we called the signal, they were not available to take the signals when it was called. Maybe they missed the signals, and then by the time they found out, the market has already taken off. You can see, so maybe an hour or two or three before they found out. Sometimes some of them would try to chase the signal. And this is what I usually advise against, chasing a trade. So they will try to chase the signals, and at the end of the day, maybe they will end up with a loss, while on the signal itself, it generated profits. And again, I noticed that some of them, especially some of them that were new, we are over leveraging their account. So these are the things I noticed. At least I noticed from, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm not over exaggerating it, about six or seven people. I think I noticed this on with six or seven people who came to me to complain about their accounts, in terms of not being able to follow, get the signals, and then over leveraging their accounts in that regards. So this actually, I think I had someone that said he tried to chase a trade, and then he ended up losing a lot of money, and this actually worried me a bit. So I began to look for solution. If you noticed, um, last week I think I made um, a plea on the general channel, where I asked you guys if you know any um, good MT5 derive MT5 trade copier that can work on derive. And I got a few suggestions, and I got to check those suggestions out. So I'm happy to announce to you that I was able to find a good MT5 derive MT5 trade copier. So what is it that we're talking about here? Now, what I'm talking about is very simple. In this case of the challenge, I simply call the signals. Whether or not you take it, that's your loss. That's your own cup of tea. But in this case, you don't need to worry about the signals. You don't need, some people, especially those of them that were new, didn't understand the compounding. Okay, so when we are making monumental progress, they didn't understand how maybe somebody else is having $1,000 on their profit, and then they are making, like, let's say $200. You understand what I mean? So with this scenario now, all of these discrepancies are now taken out of the way. So if I made $1,000 on a trade, it means you're also going to make $1,000 on a trade. Like that particular trade that I made $2,400 with one signal. You understand what I mean? So every loophole that makes you need to chase the trade, or miss the signals, or over leverage your account, or make the mistake of not understanding compounding and all that, every of those things is taken out of the way. All you need to do is to fund your account, check it once in a while to see how it's doing, how it's growing, and that is it. Now, am I promising that you're going to make money? I'm not promising anything. Trading, like you've seen, we make losses too. It's not I'm not a magician, but I know that I'm good. I'm good at what I do, and you can attest to that if you've been around. If you've seen, like, looking at the whole thing we're doing here, you can attest to the fact that we're actually very good at what we do. Okay, so here is the deal. I'm not now, because I'm using this is the first time I'm using a trade copier. I'm going to limit this opportunity to only 10 people. I don't want to do it in such a way that um too many people will be involved with it, so I don't mismanage it. Okay, so I want to limit it to just 10 people, but I'm going to prioritize those of you that are already members of the um trade challenge, this current trade challenge. I don't mean the last year one, this current one. You have to be a member of this one for me to prioritize you. Okay, I need to prioritize you because some of you were not able to, you were missing these signals and all that. So the goal for you was not really met as it's supposed to be. Okay, because of especially those of you that are new, you made mistakes and all that, and I understand. So I want to use this to make sure that I accommodate you as much as I can. Okay, so it's not going to be for everybody. At least let us watch it for the next 30 days from, once this program runs out, we're going to start it. Okay, we're going to begin actually 2 Mondays from now. That's when we're going to start trading. Otherwise, sorry, unless there is an incident maybe that causes us to postpone, but 2 Mondays from today we will begin trading. So all you will need to do is to fund your account with $100. Okay, you fund with $100. You are not going to, I'm not going to let you fund with more. So I want everything to be unism, so that, some people wonder how is it that we started with $100 and we're able to make this, so that you can see it by yourself. I'm not going to promise. Now listen very carefully. I'm not promising that you're making money. Remember my disclaimer: do not put money you cannot afford to lose. Okay, there's no guarantee that we're going to make any money at all. In fact, we are most likely going to lose money than make money. That's it with trading. But if you're willing to go on this journey with me, we've done this thing twice and you've seen the success. We did it last year. We made over 30,000. We are here today. We've made over 10,000 with about 1 week to spare. Okay, so who knows what we're going to end up, finishing with when we do 20,000, 30,000. Who knows? So I want to do this and I want to try it for the next 1 month and see how it goes. If we don't have any latency issues and any other issues that will come on the way, then I may decide to do a second month and the third month and make it subscription based. Okay, again, no guarantees. Okay, so guys, if you're interested, I'm only looking for 10 people, but again, I'm only going to prioritize those of you who are members of these current program. Okay, for the members of this current program, I'm going to prioritize you because of your um, being part of the program. So here's the deal: it's only available to 10 people and subscription begins today. Okay, subscription begins today. If you're not a member of this current program, you're paying 185,000 naira. But if you're a member of this program, I'm going to give you a 60,000 naira discount. Okay, I'm going to give you a 60,000 naira discount. So instead of paying 185,000, you're going to be paying 125,000. At least for this particular month. This, once we begin, that's for the next 2 weeks that we're going to start. This 30 days that will start from that 2 weeks from now. Okay, 2 weeks from now should be 2 Mondays from now um should be on the 18th. Okay, it should be on the 18th. We're beginning this new program on the 18th. So you have between um today and that 18th to fund your account. Okay, once we are ready to start, I'm going to send you the link. I'm going to give you directions on how to join. This particular program is going to end next week. We're going to end it next week. So you're still going to be here if you're a member of this platform, but then on the 18th we begin the new one. Okay, but this new one, you're simply copying me. You don't have to worry about taking a signal or catching a trade. You don't have to worry about lot sizing. You don't have to worry about any of those things. All of those things are going to be falling on me to do that. Okay, but I'm only requesting you just fund your account with $100 and let's see what we can do in 30 days with that. Okay, so this opportunity is only available to 10 people. I'm not going to take 11 people. I'm not going to take 12 people. I'm not going to accept please. If you're serious, my WhatsApp number is going to be below this video. You contact me right now on WhatsApp. I only have 10 spots available. If you're part of our 40-day program, you're paying 125,000 naira. If you're part of the if you're part of the what do you call it? If you're not part of the program, if you're just joining us for the first time, you're paying 185,000 naira. Now, some of you, as you are aware, that Binance is no longer operating for now in Nigeria, and USDT is for me. I mean, those of you that are outside Nigeria, paying with USDT is actually a big problem for us. But then, if you want to pay with USDT or BTC, and you are from outside Nigeria, you want to be part of the program, you can send me a message on WhatsApp. I have a solution for that, okay, so that we can talk about it, and then see how it goes from there. So, guys, this is it, okay? Your time starts now. From the moment you're watching this video, your time starts, and then we're going to see how it goes. We're beginning again, remember, on the 18th of March. That's when we're starting this program, and that's once we have the 10 people, our doors will shut. Okay, our doors will shut. Like I said again, this I'm going to be prioritizing for this program the members of the $100,000 to $10,000 40 days challenge members. Okay, so if you're a member of the program, you're going to have priority. Okay, so if you are not a member, I will suggest to you actually act very fast, because trust me, members are going to grab these spots before you know it. Okay, again, it's first come first serve, but then priority will go to people who are already members. Thank you very much, and I look forward to having you on board. God bless you. Bye bye.